YouTubers, Raw Star New Man back again. Take two. This is a video for my Slash 4x4 Ultimate Edition. This is the motor I decided to go with in my conversion. I went with the Hobby Wing Easy Run Max 8 combo. I know a lot of the brothers usually use like the Mamba Monster X and the Poseidon motors. I've seen a few videos with the Tegan motors, but it was a no-brainer for me because this motor, this combo actually came with the Traxxas connectors on the ESC, and you know all I have is Traxxas batteries. Like I say, I'm new at this hobby, so I don't have a sorted arsenal of batteries. So I know it's a lot of aftermarket batteries out there that considered to be stronger and more power than the Traxxas batteries, but they fast enough for me. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I'm mainly making this video just to introduce. I don't see a lot of guys using the Hobby Wing motors in their vehicles, man. So I mean, I've seen a lot of German and a couple of Chinese, videos with the Hobby Wing motor, but none in English other than unboxing. Nobody really speaking about the performance. I think I seen one video where this guy had it on his vehicle, but I just want to share with y'all some of my concerns, and other than a few concerns about the heat, I have no other issues with it. Like it's this motor. It's pretty much doing its job, man. I ain't got no complaints. The only thing I will say, like I have my ESC set at my thermal protection at 125 degrees Celsius. But the motor doesn't come with a thermal protection at the factory. Excuse me. At the factory, they disable that. So they tell you to just monitor the heat. So I use the finger test. Like I'm a welder by trade, so if I can't hold my finger on it more than 10 seconds, it's exceeding or getting very close to 100 degrees or better. So when I can't hold my finger on it for 10 seconds, I just stop running. But I get at least 35 minutes run time, and my ESC hasn't overheated yet. And again, I got it set at 125 degrees Celsius. But my one concern is, when the motor does get hot, these wires be extremely hot. Not so much hot that I can't hold them for 10 seconds, but hotter than I want them to be. If you're familiar with soldering, and speaking about soldering, that's my soldering work right there. I soldered that cap pack. I got a EM Performance cap pack that I installed, and I used that liquid tape on it. But again, if you're familiar with soldering, like when you're soldering at this point, the wires still be real hot here. And that's how these wires would feel. And they 10 gauge wires, and I thought they would be a little thicker. I don't know if, I think 14 gauge would be the next, or 12 gauge would be the next thickness. But like I say, if they put them on, then they can take the heat. But anyway, that's the only concern that I have with this ESC and motor so far, and the fact that I can feel the heat, when this, like again, this never overheated, but if I touch the bottom of the chassis, it's warm under there. Not so much warm that I can't put my fingers on it, but I can feel the heat, dissipating from this thing. But other than that, that's the only issue that I have. I thought about, if I can show you, I got a 34 tooth pinion gear in there. So I'm thinking about changing that to 25, and maybe that will keep it from getting so hot. But I don't know. I got the 34 for the speed, so I'm gonna see if I put the 25 in there and I can still get 100 and better with the distance. I might just keep the 25 in there. I haven't purchased it yet, but that's the only concern I have with the motor so far, man. She performs well. Like, other than that, that's the only issue that I've had with her, man. But as you can see, man, I took my time to put it together, man. I got a glitch buster in my receiver box because I had a few issues with the, only when turning, like it want to just spatter a little bit and kind of stutter a little bit. But since I put that glitch buster in there, I haven't had no issues with it, man. And I was able to put my ESC in there and mount it to the original holes that they had in there for the Traxxas ESC. And you know, I got it, even though I got it taped and bolted down, it's in there tight. She's not gonna move. Like she in there. That's the cat pack I got from EM Performances. Again, I wanted that ripple killer, but I guess it's the same thing. But that's the one they sent me. That's my soldering work right there. If I can focus in on that. Yeah, but I think I did a good job, man. I'm a welder by trade, so that came out pretty good for me, man. I went with the, I was trying to go with the black and blue color scheme. You know, I got the STRC steering bell cranks and the shock towers. And I think that's a Traxxas motor mount, aluminum motor mount right there. That's not the STRC motor mount. That's a Traxxas one. But we got to give a shout out to Saga RCs for these chassis braces, man. Those brothers do a wonderful job with these things, man. I think that brother Jess 74234 inspired, well, actually made these, but we got them from Saga RC and it's rock bud cuts along with the motor mount here. I got, see if I can focus in on it. I got carbon fiber on mine. It didn't come with carbon fiber. I just bought some carbon fiber from this roll of carbon fiber from I think I got it from O'Reilly's, you know, and just placed it on the chassis brace as well as the motor mount. And like I say, man, I took my time, put it together, man, and I'm pretty satisfied with it, man. Like, so far so good. Again, I ain't done no speed runs with them yet, other than in front of the house, man. Like, in front of my house in this community, I got like a half a city block I can run around. So I get about 50 or 60 miles per hour, and then I gotta break it down, man. But this is it, man. This is my Slash 4x4 Ultimate Edition, man. Yeah. This is what that hobby do to you, man. You know, you start at 60 miles per hour, that just ain't fast enough, man. So, you know, now I'm trying to get 100, man. I done 60 till, you know, I can pretty much control it. But, you know, 100 miles per hour, that's another animal. So I'm ready to take on that challenge. I bought these heavy-duty CVDs for the front end because I bought those initially. Those are the XO1s for the front, but I had an accident. And I ran into a little jack-in-the-box across the street, pulled out in front of me, and messed up my shock tower and messed up my the CVD on this side. So I put a stock one on there for the time being, just to do the, you know, the speed runs in front of the house. But when I get ready to do the 100 miles per hour, find me like 2 football field span and ready to try that 100 miles per hour, I'm gonna put those heavy duty ones on there because we don't want no problems. But other than that, man, like I made this video mainly to introduce my Slash 4x4 conversion and to let people know that these hobby wing motors is pretty good so far, but really looking for some more videos in English that give me some you know, pros and cons that, you know, some of you guys experience with this motor. But for me, Ross.new, man, I ain't had no problem with them so far, man. I'm gonna crank it up and give it a little run, let y'all see what I'm working with here. Listen for the beats, hope that music don't drown it out too much. That sounds like 6 to me. But yeah, this is my Slash 4x4, man, Ultimate Edition, man. See if I can get a good run. I'm trying to get it focused. I'm losing focus here. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Oh yeah, she ready. She ready. That was like quarter throttle, man. Yeah, man. She ready, bro. She ready. I got that thing sitting right, man. Yeah, but that's the only issue I had so far with that motor, man. As far as it getting warm, I'm thinking about changing that pinion gear. But other than that, man, like, I think I did a pretty good job, man. This conversion, man. I know you've seen one conversion, you've seen them all, but got to stick with tradition and show you what I do in my lab, man. Well, yeah. Slash 4x4 Ultimate Edition, man. Ross.new, man. We'll give y'all one more little test run, man, until I can get them speeds right. And that's coming soon. Once I get a body for it, we're going to take her on out and find us a spot where we can run it. We haven't got the PRPs down. Oh yeah, she ready. This is Ross.new, man. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.